The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Hello YouTube. I know everybody's getting tired of this, but I'm sorry. It's very important. A lot of people don't understand that, but you can see me marking things off here on this. I'll get it a little bigger here in a minute, and you can look at it a little bit better and up closer. At this stage of the game, you can barely see what I'm going to show you. Here in just a second, when I get it straightened up here, you'll see a little bit better. Well, you can see it already now. That looks like a heart. And then over here, that looks like a smiley face. Now, most of the big guys that have already done this birth certificate thing, they missed this point. In my opinion, they shouldn't have, because it's on the birth certificate too. It's the notary. But still, they're showing you that, you know, pretty much they're laughing at you, and you can see in the lines of this stuff the difference in the quality of the writing. You can tell that there's something very, very wrong with this, like that. And then on the other one, the one on our left side, they're totally different. They're supposed to be in the same signature. If it was the same signature, they wouldn't look different. Like the D there, you see it, and it looked different than the rest of the writing. Okay, here you go. The K, top of part of the K, it was just totally just disappeared. And the rest of it looks fine, and it's up higher. The S, same thing. It's blurrier. It doesn't look the same. And I'm just using regular, you know, just a regular little old Adobe here. I'm not using no professional. And here's another one, K. It looks all distorted. Don't look the same, you know, the same as the writing. It's just, I don't understand why they pick it up and then they drop this. Are they being threatened to be killed, or, you know, why don't the mainstream media pick this up? Why don't anybody pick this up besides a certain few? And then we're crucified. But then you got the N and the O right there. The N is going into the O. That's called kerning, folks. You didn't have that in 1960. So, you know, I mean, come on. You know, it's supposed to be like the L and the U right there. They're separated, and both the L and the U's. It doesn't make no sense. And then you can see me trying to record. It starts acting real funny and blinking and just on and on. I mean, it's non-stop with this stuff. Like the T and the U there, it was overlapped. I'm going to put the link to the birth certificate at the bottom. You can go look at it yourself. Blow it up and look at it closely for yourself. I mean, this is ridiculous, people. It's so ridiculous. I mean, the guy is a fraud. I mean, we know he's a fraud just for the way he's trying to do the Constitution to start with. But this, I mean, this is totally uncalled for, folks. I mean, someone needs to step up and uphold the Constitution and defend the constitutional rights. I mean, this is all there is to it. It needs to be done, and someone needs to do it. There's enough of you lawyers and enough of you judges and enough of you senators and congressmen out there that if you got together with a few of them, you might, you know, we might get this taken care of. And then we could be on the road to recovery and get rid of some of this illegal stuff that's going on in this country. There's too much illegal happenings going on. And until we do that, folks, we're in deep trouble. But with that, much love. I hope y'all liked the last video I did. The young man was very good at doing what he was doing. There's a lot of people out there working very hard. Much love, everybody.
The level. Now, if something were to happen, you can criticize
a lot of people when you make an announcement.
Well, we live in a democracy.
Right.
Do you want information or don't you?
Imagine, here was a young girl who was just becoming aware of our democracy.
When Benjamin Franklin exited the Constitutional Convention, he was asked by a woman, "Sir, what have you given us?" His immediate response was, "A republic, ma'am, if you can keep it." Yet most Americans today have been persuaded that our nation's governmental system is a democracy and not a republic.
Little smiley face, and here it is again. Special for you, special count for you people that don't believe. Or do believe but don't understand, and say, well, it's not important. Well, it is important, folks.
Imagine, here was a young girl who was just becoming aware of our democracy.
When Benjamin Franklin exited the Constitutional Convention, he was asked by a woman, "Sir, what have you given us?" His immediate response was, "A republic, ma'am, if you can keep it." Yet most Americans today have been persuaded that our nation's governmental system is a democracy and not a republic.
I want to live up to her expectations. I want our democracy to be as good as Christina imagined it.
The difference between these two is essential in understanding Americanism and the American system. Before we discuss political systems, however, it's helpful to address the confusion that has been spread about the political spectrum. Many have been led to believe that the political spectrum places groups such as communists on the far left, fascists or dictators on the far right, and political moderates or centrists in the middle. However, a more accurate political spectrum will show government having zero power on the far right to having 100% power on the far left. At the extreme right, there is no government. The extreme left features total government under such labels as communism, socialism, Nazism, fascism, princes, potentates, dictators, kings, any form of total government. Those who claim that Nazis and fascists are right-wing never define their terms. This amounts to spreading confusion. Toward the middle of the political spectrum can be found the type of government limited to its proper role of protecting the rights of the people. That's where the Constitution of the United States is. Those who advocate such a form of government are really constitutional moderates.